Well, welcome once again to I'm the Good Thing, the podcast. Now, this is the place where we unpack life wisdom. We pray, we affirm, and most of all, we discover our true beauty, our worth, and our power. I'm Denise Taylor, and I'm all about helping women build a life they love. And that begins with us believing everything good about who God created us to be. Now, I help women break through everything standing in their way, get what they secretly want, and prioritize themselves, their success, and their happiness. I want you to know you can be your own priority. Now, this is the place where we get energized in a God kind of way as we see ourselves the way God sees us. And let me tell you, sis, you are good. Today's life wisdom is this: the challenge you sense could be because you've settled. Settling is often packaged as compromise. And literally, right before I was preparing to record this morning, I was spending some time at my prayer table and I read a passage on settling. So let me share a snippet of it with you now. Have you given up on thinking you can get the good stuff, and are you settling for the inferior? Are you living your life to the fullest, or are you just existing? Life is meant to live and not just exist. If you are doing anything other than living, then you are merely existing and settling. God is our Father, and we are His children. Yes, the apple of His eye and the object of His affection. Do you think He really wants us settling? God is ready to give us the desires of our heart, but we must be ready to receive all He has for us. And so I talk about settling a lot because a lot of us spend time hiding in plain sight, discounting what we want and who we are so that we can fit in with people, with circumstances, and with conditions. And one of the messages that I think helps us to understand our ability when it comes to settling is really understanding and accepting that we can prioritize ourselves, our success, and our happiness. In fact, that's one of the things that I often work with my clients to do, is to prioritize who they are and what they want. And I recognize that we have so many life experiences that tell us we should compromise. And I will also say that there are many instances where compromise is the right thing. But when it comes at a cost of you sacrificing who you are and what you want continually, then I will tell you that price is too high. And so here are a couple of nuggets that I would give to you as you're assessing if you're truly settling, if it's been masked as a compromise and you're giving too much of yourself away. The first thing I will tell you is to treat yourself like you treat others. What do I mean by that? You see, when it comes time for you to show up and make things happen for others, you are able to come up with ideas. You are able to come up with resources. You are able to really lean into that make it happen perspective. But oftentimes when it comes to ourselves, we pull back. And we are not as aggressive for what we want as we are for showing up and making things happen for others. And so I want you to treat you like you treat others and show up for yourself and make it happen for you too. The second thing is to add yourself to your top 5. I say it all the time that we talk as if we're important to ourselves, but when we look at what really takes most of our time, we usually find that we're not in our own top 5. And so as you're looking at your to-do list, as you're looking at what's important to you, as you're looking at how you're going to invest the richest commodity that you have, time, make sure that you are devoting your time to yourself too. And then finally, I want you to know that you deserve it. I actually had someone ask me a question recently and says, where does the Bible say we deserve it? I think that God went through a great deal of sacrifice. He gave his very life so that we can live. And whether or not we think we deserve it, he felt as if we did. And we have to begin to treat our lives like the prized commodity that he died to give us. And so if you are settling, and if it's masked as compromise, I want you to speak up for yourself, and I want you to begin to prioritize you. Thanks for connecting with me today. If this was a help to you, apply what stood out most to your life. Now, if you're ready to make yourself a priority, get what you secretly want, and experience success on your own terms, I invite you to book a call with me. You can access my calendar at www.callwithdenise.live to see how I can help. Now, be sure to subscribe so you can meet me here next time and share this with someone else. Keep seeing yourself the way God sees you. After all, you are the good thing. And check out I'mTheGoodThing.com for all sorts of good stuff. And I'll see you next time.